So what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another vlog. So as you can see, I'm already starting the day off here in a car. It is currently 9:53 a.m. I'm in Hickory, North Carolina, and I'm gonna go driving for dollars. This was not in my plan to come up here, but I'm in the area for something personal, so might as well take advantage, right? I do hit Hickory, North Carolina too. It's a nice little place, you know. There's a lot of rental opportunities here. So let's go driving, see what we can find.
Told you not to call here. It's not for sale. Quit texting
me. So today I am driving in my wife's truck. I am up here in Hickory, North Carolina. My daughter's having a field trip, so I figured I'd be up here and I'll drive while they're, you know, having fun on the field trip. Makes it worth it for me because obviously, you know, I'm gonna come and hit Hickory. This area right here, yeah, I like this area. It has a lot of growth. It's been growing for many years, and it's a place with a lot of multifamily units. So like, this is definitely like a prime area to want to hit. So I'm out here driving, trying to grab as much stuff as I possibly can, because I like hitting this area. I haven't done a deal in Hickory, but I got a lot of guys that buy. My buyers actually buy in this area, so this would be a good opportunity for me to stir up some more business. The key to closing a lot of deals, it's not so much hitting the same area multiple times, even though that does produce deals, but when you hit multiple areas is what produces deals. So like, I hit all of central North Carolina. Anything within 2 hours of Charlotte is getting hit by me. And yes, I do drive every single one of these markets. I'm not playing when I say I only drive for dollars. I don't pull lists. If I pull a list, I'm not gonna even bother with that, because it's just the time to market to it it's too much. Like, I saw a guy today on Facebook. He was like, yeah man, I pulled out 25,000 tax delinquent properties from my tax assessor. You know, I'm gonna send it off to go get skip trace, but it's a lot of money. And I told him straight up, I was like, look man, just don't even bother. And it's not because I'm trying to be discouraging. I'm trying to like lead people in the right direction. I'm gonna try to drive in this neighborhood. I'm gonna show you guys real quick. That is a boarded up house, and I see an abandoned car there, so I'm actually gonna probably go down that street. So back to what I was saying about the guy with all the tax delinquent, you know, list or whatever. I told him, I was like, on average there are 4 phone numbers per prospect, and with 4 numbers per prospect, if you call 500 phone numbers a day, it'll take over 200 straight days to get in contact with these people one time. It's gonna take 5 to 8 times of calling them or market reach, you know, whether you're sending mail, whether you're texting, whether you're phone calls. Obviously with phone calls you can do it faster. If you call somebody 8 times in a few days, you know, they're gonna answer until you stop freaking calling me or whatever. You know, you can make that happen. But if you're just starting out, like, that's the worst thing that you can do. I always tell people, yeah, just go driving for dollars. And then, you know, of course I get the usual kickback. Even some of you guys kick back on me, telling me, oh, but you know, wouldn't it be faster by pulling a list? And I'm like, then why'd you ask me if you're gonna combat what I'm telling you works for me? It's like, don't reinvent the wheel. Stop doing that kind of stuff. You know, if something is working for somebody, there's obviously a reason why it's working. I don't do this stuff because, you know, it's, I don't know, because I feel like it. I do it because it works. This is how I make money. This is how I pay my bills. This is how I feed my family. I don't do this for, you know, fun or for, I'm trying to keep it PG. I'm actually rolling down a road. I don't even know why I'm rolling down this road. I gotta turn around. Because if you see right here, this is all country. But back to what I'm saying, you know, I do this driving for dollars thing because it works. It really works. It's not a gimmick, you know, something that I'm just wasting my time doing, and that there's a faster way. This is the faster way. So while people are out there hitting lists, like I know guys that are right now, even probably you guys, are sitting there dialing on the phone, you know, trying to find a lead, and you're getting a lot of not interesteds. You're combing through a bunch of people who have no real motivation, while I'm out here driving, yes, but then my phone time is less, my text time is less. All that stuff is reduced by like 50%, and I'm closing deals. I'm closing deals left and right. I got a friend right now that's reaching out to me, that he's like, hey man, how the heck did you spend only $40,000 in marketing and pull out $1.4 million when he spent $300,000 in marketing to pull out 1.2 million? Do you guys see the difference there? Like, this is legit, like the best way to make the money. Like, I'm keeping more. I kept $200,000 more because I'm driving for dollars. Now, of course, that's gross. That's not net. You know, after actual costs and paying my people and everything, it's a little bit less. But when it comes down to actually driving around and making money from driving for dollars, this works. It really works. Just follow my videos, man. I'm telling you. I know guys right now that are crushing it, and all they did was just follow my videos. They didn't even buy any of my education. Well, they ended up buying my education later, just because my education is not focused on new wholesalers. You can watch my whole channel for free if you're a new wholesaler, and you'll get the game for free. My stuff that I sell is like for people that are doing deals and want to do more. You know, people stuck at, you know, deal 2, 3, 4, and they want to maximize profit. That's the only reason why I'm selling that stuff, because it's the stuff I use in my business, and it's how I continue to make money. So I'm gonna keep driving here. I've been driving and picking up properties this whole time. I haven't picked up a lot because I'm being really particular on what I want. I'm looking for mostly like trailer parks and really distressed houses. Even though this area of Hickory, it does have a lot of distressed homes, I don't want to pick up too many distressed homes, if that makes any sense. I'm just looking for the absolute, you know, really bad trap houses. I mean, that's what I'm really looking for, like really messed up. And then that boarded up house is actually right here. It's right next to this like factory looking thing. I'm actually gonna go down this. This is a dead end street. So you guys are gonna see this as I turn it around. Like, you can see it right there. It's super vacant, boarded up window. And is there another house at the end of this? When I turn around, you're gonna see this other vacant house. But like, so this house behind me, heavily distressed. Looks like it's probably been vacant for about 2 to 3 years. And then the one across the street, as if I could ever get out of here, there we go. This one's also heavily distressed, but the boards are kind of new. You'll see it here. There we go, right there. So those boards that you see there are brand new. Well, not brand new. They look like they're about 6 months old. So I know that whoever boarded that up is like recently trying to take care of it, or trying to, you know, keep vagrants out and stuff. But I'm gonna continue to drive here, guys, and then we'll make it back to the office, see what the day brings. Maybe we can you know, pull some deals out of somewhere and make 2023 an awesome year for us. All right, so I made it back home. It was a pretty good session, I would say. We got about 300 some odd properties around that area. I'm not gonna say not the best. I know that for some of you guys, 300 would be a pretty good win. For me, that is like a crappy day. But because of what I was aiming for, I would say it was good. Because I was mostly looking for distressed apartments, duplexes, vacant houses, and extremely distressed houses. And what I mean by extreme distress, like paint peeling, old windows, roof, vegetation growing on the house, things of that sort. I like to target those first, and then like when my second round of like hitting a certain area, I'll go back and I'll pick up other properties, like all the distressed houses. In this area, I would say about a good 50% of the homes are distressed, but only about 10% are in the extreme distress category. Nonetheless, somewhat of a success. Then today, Twilio has finally completely suspended my account. I lost all my phone numbers. I was wondering why there was no incoming calls, no incoming text messages. They completely froze everything because of my compliance issues. It has been a long road with them, but I'm hoping that by the end of this week, I can get those compliance issues solved. At the same time, though, I'm not gonna be sending text messages for a little bit. The reason is that the way that my system is set up is not compliant to what Twilio wants. I think what got me flagged in the first place was all these errors of texting landlines. So I'm gonna kind of redevelop my system. That way I can prevent this from happening in the future. We also have to include the opt-out language and my company information, which is something else that I want to change. I'm not gonna have my company that I actually do business with. I'm gonna form another company to, I guess shield myself from a lawsuit in the future. It's just little things that you gotta work on. Again, I'm not gonna talk about that. You need to talk to your attorney or somebody else that might be knowledgeable in that department. As far as the information I just provided you is only for educational purposes. Trying not to get sued either. But nonetheless, my guy actually made like 2,800 phone calls today. Crazy. It's a lot of phone calls. He's been calling all day long, like from 9 in the morning until about, let me see it. Yeah, it's 8 o'clock. He stopped calling at 7 because he ran out of phone numbers to use. In call tools, I have 17 phone numbers roughly. So you can call a maximum. I don't let them call or let him call more than 180 to 190 phone calls per phone number. I think I got 15. I got 15 to 20, something like that. I know that he topped out at like 2,900. I think the grand total though is like 3,000-ish, around that area. Not bad for a whole day worth of cold calling. He picked up like 4 or 5 leads. Got some decent follow-ups there. So that's pretty good. I'm actually gonna have a showing on the Rock Hill property that we're thinking about buying. We just want to get a second opinion as far as what the buyers might think about this place. I'm seasoned enough to know that this is a deal, but sometimes it's good to get a second pair of eyes on it, so maybe that they can see like maybe some things that you didn't notice before, from a more knowledgeable person or investor, I guess you could say. Got that going, and then trying to come back with the compliance issues with Twilio. I'm probably be honest, I'm probably gonna release a CRM to deal with this issue, because like, not saying that you guys are not smart enough, but to deal with this issue is, well, I don't even know what the word is, but it's just annoying. It's ridiculously annoying. Some of you guys have no clue what to do. And I mean, I've been playing this compliance issue for a long time. It's just now that they finally cracked down on me. But I'm probably going to come out with a CRM. Maybe 2 versions of it, even with the AI built into it. I don't know what the pricing is. I don't know when I'm going to release it. I know it's going to take some time for me to build it. It'll be similar to REI Reply, but I feel like it'll be a little bit more effective for wholesaling. So I think that I'm going to be working on that in the next couple of months. Maybe by the summer I'll have it released, or maybe before then, who knows. That way to make it easier for people that are just getting started, and some of you seasoned investors that want to do a little bit more deals. You know, it would be worth it on your part, nonetheless. Other than that, I haven't started up any new leads. I also had to take a reduction on one of my closings, the Charlotte closing from hell. They're still waiting on paperwork and estate files, and it's just dragging on. So the buyer was like, hey man, I want a like $5,000 reduction. I gave it to him. Even though I fought him for it, I gave it to him. Because he is a solid buyer. This isn't his fault. This is my fault. I should have ran title before. I usually don't because of, you know, complications of having to pay my attorney every time we run title. Some properties we end up not selling or assigning, so I didn't want to get stuck with a bill for something that couldn't do anything with. Trying to think what else happened today. I think that's really it. Touching back at what I was driving for dollars for, yes, I hit multifamily properties. They do sell. I've tried to wholesale a few apartment buildings. At the time, I just didn't know what I was doing. Now I want to buy them instead of wholesale them, even though now I could still wholesale them. There are some guys that are trying to let go of their apartment complexes, and of course I want to be there to pick up the pieces. But you know, hitting LLCs, we hit LLCs too. But yeah, that's about it, guys. I'm tired. It's been a long day. This whole Twilio thing has me like, I'm so over it. But playing the compliance game, it's a good game to play because I know a lot of guys dropping out of the text messaging scene because they can't stay compliant. So that is a good thing for me because I know how to play the compliancy game. So that'll give me more opportunities. A lot of wholesalers are dropping off, period. I mean, Wells Fargo yesterday decided that they're going to lay off all their mortgage people. They're no longer doing home mortgages or loans for homes if you're not a customer of Wells Fargo. And I know a lot of wholesalers that are literally just closing up shop, and it's just because they weren't good wholesalers to begin with. In the last year or two, you could pick up any turd and make like $3 or $4 grand on it. Now it takes a little bit more skill that the market is asking for. So like if you really want to get a good deal, you really need to know how to negotiate with sellers. You have to know how to talk to them. You have to know how to fulfill their needs. It's not the same rodeo it was, 12 to 24 months ago. Either way, I have an advantage there because I've been wholesaling since before COVID. Not like a huge, well, yeah, it was quite a bit. Like a year and a half before COVID, I was wholesaling. So I've had, a lot of experience, and then a lot of guys started wholesaling in COVID or coming out of COVID. Those are the golden years of wholesaling. I'll straight out say that. 2020, 2021, and even part of 2022 were the golden years. But now, things have changed a lot. And you just got to be more, have more skills and be a little bit more resourceful. So now you have to be a lot more resourceful, and you got to really know what you're talking about. Not saying that, the wholesalers that were getting those easy deals don't know what they're doing. Obviously, they put in the effort to market and get the deals. You just have to go a little bit deeper. Steve Trang is my favorite on that. Ever since we took the Steve Trang training, I would say that tripled my business, like off rip. Wasn't the only thing, but that definitely helped us to be able to talk to sellers differently, to be able to negotiate with them differently, to be able to, get over objections. Some might say that it's, what's the word? Like you're trying to coerce them into something, but you're not. Most of these guys are in the position that they're in because they are procrastinators. They don't know what what they want to do, and they tend to push off the problem rather than head on the problem, head first. It's like if I, drop this marker on the floor and I contemplated, well, when should I pick it up? Should I pick it up now? Should I pick it up? Well, I'll pick it up later. And it sits there on the floor, collects dust. And then my friend comes along and tells me, hey, Dan, you need to pick up that marker because you could slip and fall and get hurt. Now you're bringing logic and sense into the person's head where they need to pick up the marker. I know that that's like nothing to do with a house, but it's a similar tactic. You're telling them, hey, you need to do something about this because if not, you're going to end up losing the property. Or the property is going to get worse. It's going to go into further disrepair. It's going to be worth less because it's just decaying with time instead of appreciating in value like it should. So that's where we come in to try to guide the seller in what they need to do. They already have the interest in selling. It's just guiding them to the closing table is the hard part. But that's it, guys. I know I just keep yapping away, and I'm never gonna stop yapping. But appreciate you guys watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Weird day. It is what it is. But I'll catch you guys in another vlog.